Yo, Larash, Green Bay faithful, talking with me on a chase to a Super Bowl. Fans still suck, let me let you know. We're the kids, bringing trophies home. Cheeseheads, me living this. Victory tastes sweeter than licorice. Got that Lamborghini spirit. Opponents just fear it. Y'all can hear it now.
What is up, everybody? This is the Matt Ramage Show. I am joined today with Mr. Rev Trev. He's been instigating Bears fans all off season. How you doing, man?
Facts.
How's the off season treating you?
Oh, it feels long, bro.
Dude,
I
so
miss
long.
football so much.
Yeah, it's so long. So we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk some Packers. We're gonna talk some divisional stuff and just chit chat. I didn't prepare a lot, so we'll just chit chat. But before we get into that, big shout out to the sponsor of the show, Quick Trip and Nick Law. If you're coming to a game, coming to training camp, whatever you're doing, coming to Green Bay, entering Wisconsin's area, be sure to stop at Quick Trip. You need a clean bathroom, you need gas, you need beer, you need cheese, you need all the stuff that you need. Check out Quick Trip. And also, Nick Law, if you get injured in an accident and insurance companies are playing weird games with you, talk to Nick Law. They're going to make sure that you get what you do if you're missing work and whatnot. So a big shout out to Quick Trip and Nick Law, two of Wisconsin's greatest staples, as they say. You know what I mean? But here we go, Mr. Rev Trev.
How you doing, Matt? It's great to see you. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm dude, I this offseason, like you said before, is like so long. I just I almost quit paying attention. I was just like, all right, let me know when training camp gets here. Now training camp is here this week. I'm jacked up for this season because I think this season is going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. The whole NFC North.
Absolutely. And I've been watching a bunch of your content as usual, and I noticed that you love training camp. So this is the thing that you love, right? So
yeah, hey, it's like my favorite time of year because I feel
so
like
tell me why it's your favorite time of the year, because I'm like, what, Matt? This is his favorite time of the year. I prefer this regular season, but you tell me why.
Going to training camp is what it is. It's not even like watching practice, which is cool. Like everyone does it. I don't go in the stands and watch practice. I kind of go outside the fence and kind of walk around. But I just feel like everyone, it's like the first day of school. Everyone's coming back. Like the people that you see at training camp every year, they're there most years. And then you meet new people. I just feel like it's like a Packers fans, like everyone's getting back together, knocking the dust off, And it's just so fun talking to everyone. You meet people that, different countries sometimes, different states, people you'd never meet, and just talking Packers. And, the whole bike thing and watching the kids get all excited. That whole atmosphere down there is just so one of a kind. It only happens once a year. It's like my Christmas.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I hear it's awesome. I've never been a part of that. I think that would be really special, and it's unique to anywhere in the NFL. So I'm really loving that our Packers do that. They're great with the community, right? And that's one of the things that I keep hearing is even when you go to games, the players are pretty accessible, and it's shocking to know how accessible they are. And that's special. I mean, who doesn't want to be a fan of a team like that?
Yeah, and that's them in training camp too. The players walk right up. I mean, they're not just riding bikes. They after practice, a lot of them sign autographs. They talk. Even on the way in, people try to stop them, and the players all want to stop and talk to people, but they got to get to practice. And they're a schedule. Everyone's like, come on, keep it moving. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, I've seen Jair Alexander back in, not to bring up bad, he's divorced now. But when he would go, he would be like, it's still fresh. A lot of people are still upset about this, but he would if I see my jersey, I'm signing that thing. Going in, and then I remember the group I was with, they had a kid who had his jersey on, wanted his autograph, and he said, after practice, you're the first one. And after practice, he came right over there and signed his jersey. Players are just cool like that. They're it's a cool atmosphere.
I've been a fan of this team since I was 15 years old. And so we're talking decades and decades, right? So That's how old I am. So,
yeah, it's been a long time.
but like picking this team has been an absolute privilege. I love being a Packers fan. Like it's so fun. And like people like come up to me like, "You're a Packers fan?" I'm like, "You're not?" You know what I mean? I've been in a store and there's like I'm standing there, I got all my Packers gear, and there's a guy go up for like a hat store and there's Bears stuff, and then he grabs a Bears hat, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? And the guy's like, why would you be a Packers fan? I'm like, dude, do you realize what your record's been for the last how many years? It's like,
yeah, you're not.
Fuck me. It's like, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say right now? Oh, you won a Super Bowl in 1985. Good, congrats. We got 4 of those.
So how did you become a Packers fan?
I started
watching.
watching. Well, my youth pastor was a huge NFL fan, and he knew I was a huge sports fan, and he said, "Trev, you got to start watching the NFL." And I'm like, okay. So I literally just started watching as a teenager, and I turn on the TV, and Brett Favre's coming from behind every single week. These epic wins, and I just fell in love with this team and the atmosphere. Like the place is just rocking, and just the fans, the games that were going on, the players that we had at that time. I'm like, I'm in, and I didn't have another NFL team. The closest NFL team that I have to me is Seattle. So we're literally in the Seahawk country here. Most people here are Seahawk fans. And I'm like, I'm not going to pick a team because it's just local. Even though I do appreciate the Seahawks, I would say maybe they'd be my second favorite team. But now with all the stupid fail Mary and stuff, it's getting me more mad about that team. But
it got harder.
But I just wanted to pick my team not based on location, but by like who I'm gonna like. And I just felt like that's one of the best sports decisions I've ever made in my life. like man, I've seen I've seen us in 3 Super Bowls, and we've won 2 of them. And like the amount of MVPs our quarterbacks get is insane. And like even like 2 years ago, we're in the playoffs, we smoked Dallas. I mean, how do you not have fun watching that?
Yeah, and the Packers, for like the most part, are always competitive. Like we complain a lot because they got a lot of blunders in the playoffs where we think they should have went to the Super Bowl, but most teams don't even get that. So like every year we have a chance. I mean, they did screw. I mean, some of those years up should have been. Speaking of the Seahawks, but to even be in those situations is good because like imagine being like a Bears fan where every year it's just like, who are we going to draft number 1 overall? That's just like their whole mindset. And like after like week 10, you hear them. They're like, oh, we're just playing for a draft pick now. And I don't want that life where every year, and like, it's okay to have those down years. Like, all right, things didn't work out. Maybe it's injuries, but like most years you're like, this is the year.
And every offseason they're winning, right? So, and I get it. We hear them every offseason, and we literally say, that's what you said last year, and the year before, and the year before. It's like, you still suck. It's just a fact. And it's like, one day they're going to be good. I don't know. Is it this year? Is it next year? Is it 5 years from now? I don't know anymore. So it's so fun triggering Bears fans. So Matt, what was it last year I had you guys all on? We did the number 1 Bears hater. So I've been connecting with Andy for the NFC North Reason 4 podcast that we do. I'm the Packers representative a lot on there. And he brought on a different Bears guy, and which I appreciate. I respect him. I respect that he likes a team, right? So, okay. But he could not believe that we made a full video about how much we hate the Bears. I'm like, why can't you believe that?
Yeah, like that.
That was so fun. That was what I bet you that was my most favorite video I've ever made on my channel. I was so happy. We just roasted the Bears for an hour.
Dude, it's so easy. Like there's so much content there, and like they just embarrass themselves. Like you can go back and look at tweets of them talking about Justin Fields, like he was gonna own the Packers for the next 10 years. And I posted on Facebook. I posted a screenshot. I said they just deleted because it said this tweet has been deleted. They just deleted. I was like, now he'll add Caleb Williams' name and he'll write the same thing because that's what they do. You don't just copy and paste it, switch the names. But I do want to give a shout out right here. Appreciate that car, guys. 72 super chat 499. I appreciate you, baby. That pays for a beer. You know what I mean? Thanks for that. That is awesome. So let's talk about the division, the NFC North. What are your thoughts going into training camp? Where do you like stack the NFC North? Like, do you think it's as tough as people say? I think it's gonna be tough, but I think sometimes people like add the Bears in there, like the Bears gonna be tough. Like, I think they're gonna be better, but like, you know what I mean? Like, if I fall halfway through a race and like don't finish, yeah, the next time I race, I'm probably gonna be better. So like saying the Bears are gonna be better isn't like saying anything. They won 6 games, I think. So, but like, what do you think that this division stacks up?
Yeah, they won less than that, Matt. They won 5. Here,
I gave them too much credit.
I know. So here's the thing. Okay. Our division was the best division in football last year. That's just a fact. You don't even have to like just look it up. We were the best division in football. This year, we are also now everyone's playing difficult schedules. So it's not going to be like, it's not that any of the games were a cakewalk, but this year is going to be a very interesting year. How's the whole division going to do? And not that we're not good teams. I'm not saying that at all. But, man, Minnesota lost to Washington in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, we lost to the Eagles. It's a Super Bowl champs, right? Like that's who we lost to. No, Detroit. Sorry, Detroit lost to Minnesota or Washington.
Oh, you
right?
screwed that all up.
I just watched quarterback season 2, and I was watching.
My memory don't work like that. So I was like, hey, whatever you say, I ain't.
No. So my bad. The Vikings were even worse, but the point being is that we had 3 teams that made the playoffs, and that's quite phenomenal. So there's a lot to talk about in our division. Like, I still think Detroit's going to be very good. They're just a stacked team, and they're missing so many defensive players walking into the playoffs. If they're healthy, they're very good. The Vikings, though, on the other hand, are quite, in my opinion, a little bit of a wild card. 14 wins last year, but I don't think plugging in J.J. McCarthy for Sam Darnold is a plug and play. Like, I don't think you're going to get the same results. Look at Caleb Williams. He had a pretty good year considering 3,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, which is low, but rookie, right? Rookie. Yeah. But he had an awesome only 6 interceptions. So he was smart, but he was also running for his life. And they're all like, we fixed the O-line. It's like, did you? Because you've been saying that for 4 years. So when I look at this team and I look at like what these teams are doing, I think that Minnesota has a lot of talent as well, but it's like you're now resting all this talent on a guy who's never played in the NFL. Like, he's not the next Patrick Mahomes, everyone. This is J.J. McCarthy. Everyone's like, he played really well in college. Everybody did. Every single person who got drafted played awesome in college. So it's like
one's like, hey, he got drafted, but he really sucked in college. I don't know what.
He won his little league football. Like, I don't know. It's like, okay. It's like he's only won at every level he's played. It's like, yeah, but this is the NFL. This is not like, there's lots of guys in college who shouldn't even be on the field, some of them, right? Like, yeah. I mean, some of them are walk-ons, and they're like, we just got to piece these teams together. And then other teams are stacked. Like, you got your Alabamas and LSUs and all these teams, right, that are just loaded with, and Georgia loaded with NFL talent, all these teams, right? So I don't know. I don't know what to say there. Like, okay, so in Michigan, he played really well. I also think it's kind of weird, wasn't it? Didn't the Chargers have an opportunity to draft J.J. McCarthy and they didn't? And it's like, that's your coach, bro. That's your coach. And he passed on you. So it's like, I'm not really sure. I mean, I hope I had that draft selection right.
But even if that is right, like the same thing with the Packers, Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers, when McCarthy was in San Francisco, even though he wasn't in charge of the draft pick, But yeah, it was kind of the same thing where he had to be like, sorry, bro, like, wasn't me. I was just in the room. But yeah, I think with the Vikings, if he works out, I think if he's above average and he doesn't throw a bunch of interceptions and lose some games, they're going to be in a good situation. I think that they'll be decent. But if he goes like full, like, plays like a rookie and makes mistakes and he's overthrown, because they got dudes over there. They got a defense. They got Justin Jefferson. They got some receivers. So if he's functional, I'm cross your fingers. He's not. You know what I mean?
Right. And I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying at the end of the day, it's like you guys think that he is the best player. I don't know what he is at this stage, right? Oh, I know why they passed on him. They had the 5th pick and they picked Joe Alt. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Joe Alt was the best.
They got Herbert, like Iowa Joe says here.
Yeah, so they got the best tackle in the draft. So I get that. Okay, so maybe,
but you can still make jokes about
way
it.
Better anyway.
We don't got to analyze. We can just make the jokes.
Okay. Well, but Matt, I'm famous for doing passionate, realistic, and honest content.
Well, you're the one that said it.
So I'm just saying that I've got to be honest and realistic. But boy, it's a lot of fun. So I love bashing the other teams. I'm getting so many views by just making a little, like, I just speak facts over feelings. And all these like Lions fans, Vikings fans, Bears fans, they're raging in my comments. I'm like, you're like literally helping me. Thank you. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just telling truth. Like, I'm literally telling facts, and they start losing their minds. And it's like, I'm not saying you're terrible because you like, you're not just terrible, because I actually have reasons why you know what I mean?
Like with the Lions, like I've said a few times, like losing their offense and defensive coordinator, like that's going to be a problem. I mean, at least starting off the season, I feel like there's going to be some situations where it doesn't work for them. I assume they're going to figure it out. They got a good team, and they didn't hire bums, so I feel like they're going to figure it out. But like I could see them beginning of the year, some mistakes being made or things not working right. So, but they don't believe it. They're like, no, it'll be fine. It's like, well, losing an offense and defensive coordinator is a situation. Like, I don't care what team you are, like that's the thing. Everyone, I mean, I don't even know like if they switch or whatever, but even having a different coordinator there, different philosophy, even if it's the same, it's still different.
Yeah, no, and I think that's a valid point. Will they be good again? Probably. Well, probably really be great. Like, but with that team they had last year, it's too bad because they should have won the Super Bowl. But when you lost Aiden Hutchinson, I mean, he is a difference maker guy, right? And then you start looking at all their injuries, but it's like sometimes you got to play through injuries. We had to do the same thing last year. Jordan Love was hurt all year, still played, still found a way. How many times, like, remember when Aaron Rodgers blew out his knee and the game came back and beat the Bears? Like,
my knee. What?
it's like I don't know. Like, I know it's not just an excuse. It's actually a reason. Like, it's not like, you guys are making up excuses. No, those are legitimate reasons. But it's really, really hard to win a Super Bowl. And so these guys who are like, oh, you guys always just talk about the past. It's like, yeah, that's what bad teams do. They always say, oh, you guys only talk about the past. You're all stuck in the past. I'm like, because we won championships.
Dude, and that's the thing. If you don't have a past, you don't want to talk about the past. I get that. So whenever the Vikings and Bears, the Vikings have a past, they don't like to talk about it, though. They lost 4 Super Bowls. They don't like it when you bring that up. That's why they don't like the past. You know what I mean? Yeah. What do you got?
Absolutely. And I've heard you talk about many times where the Detroit Lions fans had the bags over the head, and that's not what fan bases should be doing, because you went 0-16. You've never even made it to a Super Bowl yet. So do I respect that you've won the NFC North twice? Congrats. Like, well done. That's great. Guess what? You have 5 NFC North championships now. That's the worst in our division by a landslide. So, and you've never been to the Super Bowl. You've never won a Super Bowl, obviously. So it's like, I respect that you're good right now, but like, you got to do it. and if you're going to criticize us, well, you didn't win the Super Bowl. Yeah, you're right. We didn't. So I don't know, but I don't pretend like I'm the best team in the whole NFL and never won.
That's the thing about the NFC North last year, like the best division of football. Come playoff time, they're like, nah. No, we're not.
But they're super stacked. I mean, their run game's phenomenal. I think Jared Goff is good enough to win games. Their wide receiver core is good. Their defense is good. Their coach is great. So they have all the reasons why they should be great. They should win the Super Bowl this year. They should. Will they? I have no idea. But when it comes to our division, Matt, I think this is the interesting piece, is everyone always counts us out. And it's like, really? It's like, okay, who's got the most stability walking into this season? It's us. It's us. You know, like the Lions have the coaching thing that you brought up. Again, always comes down to health, so it doesn't matter. It can be health related. But the Vikings, like, major question marks at quarterback. I mean, kind of an important position. And then the Bears are like all of a sudden magical, and they're gonna win the division. They all think they're gonna win the division. Like, really? Really? Like, you need to get your safety to pay attention during the game. That's what you need to do. You know, you're just sitting there and you're bragging. Next thing you know, Washington scores on you guys and you lose. It's like you got to be able to finish out games, Bears fans. Like, stop pretending like you're gonna win the North. We blocked a field goal on you, and it's like, well, that we should have won. You didn't.
Yeah, dude, that thing that drives me nuts is like, they talk about that game. Oh, you were a fingertip away from getting swept by the Bears. Yeah, and you guys were pretty close to getting swept by the Packers. You know, I mean, they're both there. You know, they were close games. Like you won one, you lost one. But I see his Bears page. I saw one posted 2 days ago talking about it was a picture of them. You know, that score and like how it ended. And they're like, oh, I'm still loving this moment. I'm like, dude, that's how pathetic it is. Like, dude, it is July, and you're talking about a one game you won last year in a regular season. In a season, you won 5 games, and like you're still flexing about it, and like you don't want to talk about that you haven't won. You won 1 game since 2018, and you're bragging about it. And like I get it, 'cause that's all you have. That's why we're not the same. You know, like Kendrick Lamar's trying to tell you, they not like us. They not like us.
They're not, and that's just a fact. So it's not that. I mean, we just keep stating facts like this. They get triggered. They get offended. It's like, okay. It's like, talk to me when you're good. Like, talk to me when you make the playoffs. Who cares? Let's just say worst case scenario, Bears sweep us this year. It's not going to happen, but let's just say it is. It does. And it's like, okay, did you make the playoffs? No. And then, so Bears fans go, oh, so you played one more game than we did. It's like, yeah, technically we played one more game than you did last year. But guess what? Technically you won 5 games and we won 11 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, like even like trashing the Bears, like it's like almost like it got a little bit bored. Like this offseason, like most offseasons, I go hammer on them. This offseason, I was just like, yeah. And I mean, I just don't care about the Bears as much anymore. I see this comment right here about the Vikings. He says McCarthy will be fine. Minnesota has a great offensive line. And that's the thing. Like, Minnesota actually concerns me because I don't know what the quarterback's going to do. Like, that's what I'm saying. Is he going to be accurate? Is he going to be smart with the football? Is he going to make dumb mistakes young quarterbacks make? But if he doesn't, even if he's just, like, average passing, but he's not throwing interceptions, not turning the ball, not fumbling it, not just doing stupid stuff, I think that they're going to be all right because they have a defense. They have a good team around them.
Totally.
We'll see because year to year, you know what I mean? I'm not sure that they're going to be that good, but like based off last year, you know, you got to assume that they're going to be good in those other spots. But they still don't worry me, but they definitely worry me more than the Bears. Like the Bears ain't concerned. Like the Lions, get the Vikings, and then the Bears. It's like I'm not concerned about the guy. You know, they always say you got to watch the quiet ones. Carlin has an old joke about this. He's like, no, I'm watching the guy banging his head against a table with a machete in his hand. I'm gonna watch that, and then that's what it's like. The Bears. They're not a concern. It's the Vikings and Lions, and then we'll see if the Bears can scrounge up like 7 wins this year.
Totally. And so on my TikTok account, I had this Bears fan come on, and he was like, "Bro, you're obsessed with the Bears. Yeah, it's like every second video is about the Bears." And I'm like, I wonder if he's right. So I scrolled up and scrolled down and figured out. I'm like, no, it's not. I talk about the Packers. I talk about the whole NFC North. I talk about Vikings, Lions, through Bears, but I'm like, the Bears are so easy, right? They're easy targets. And then I'm like, look at them. So that's not true. It's not every second video, but I do quite a few. I love to roast them. But then I'm looking at it and I'm like, bro, okay, the reason why we talk about Bears fans so much is because they come into our comments all the time.
Yeah, they follow me.
Exactly. You probably have made a living off of Bears fans just hating on you, right? Like, so I'm just saying, like, that's how they are. And then they're like, oh, we live rent free in your heads. It's like, fact, it's the opposite. We're just responding to your delusional thinking.
And the thing, if someone says every second video you're talking about the Bears or you're doing that, like, okay, well then you're obsessed with me maybe because you're not missing anything. Like, why are you here? If you're a Bears fan, you hate the Packers so much, we're obsessed with you. But why are you in my comments? I occasionally will jump in a Bears comment, like especially like a page on Instagram called Bears Empire. Every now and again, I follow them. They're good people. I think I did their podcast like way back in the day, but I'm not trashing them because I think that they do a good job covering their team. But I'd like to like get in their comments and get their followers riled up because like that was the page, the post I was talking earlier, talking about beating the Packers last year, like 2 days ago, and I was just like, "Oh, you guys are still celebrating, huh? All right, have a good time." And it's just like that type of stuff. But I don't live in like I follow that page. I see posts every day from them. I don't comment because that's not what I'm doing. Like, I'm not trying to like just go under their page. I'll talk trash on my own page and they can come to me, but like, I don't troll around on different fan pages. And that's exactly what Bears fans do. They follow 100%. More Packer pages than they do their own pages. I guarantee it. Even if they're not following, they're seeing it because they're commenting. They always see it anyways. And they're always there. Bears fans are obsessed.
Yeah. So Matt, I don't know if you've seen this, but there was a lady that came in and saw one of my Bears posts on Twitter, or X, I should call it. And she was so offended. She went after me and she posted my stuff onto Bears Twitter. Okay. There's some kind of thread or something. And then she went in and took one of my pictures with my chain and Packers jersey and then changed it with like sausages and made my face look old. Okay. Like really old. And she's like, this guy, and she's trashing me. And I'm like, you look at the effort you just put in to me. And it's like, awesome. Thank you so much. Because now even more people are going to follow. This is great. Now I prefer Packers fans to follow. Don't get me wrong. But that's the level of craziness. It's like, who does that? You know what I mean? Like I
love it, dude. No, that's the thing is like, I always think it's funny when people will do that with like my videos. Like if I'm trashing the Bears, they'll put it into like a Facebook Bears group, and then they'll all like come and get me. I'm like, thank you. Like that's kind of what I want. I want people to engage. Like obviously, like you say, you want Packer fans to engage. I want everyone to engage. First of all, I love trash talk. I think it's fun. I like when people come after me, and the thing is, they can't always talk about football like as a Bears fan. So you got to like turn it some type of way. Totally. Like make fun of my eyes, make fun of, inbred and this and that, because they can't just say, hey, my team's better than yours. Now they got that little sliver where they're like, oh, we beat you. So at least they can say that, but they don't really have a lot. So they just got to go like other avenues. They'll trash, like, I've seen a lot like, well, Brett Favre did this and Brett Favre did that. Like, bro, that was 2 quarterbacks ago. All right.
He no longer plays the Green Bay Packers. Just in.
How many quarterbacks have the Bears had since Favre last took a snap in Green
40.
Bay?
No.
It's been a lot.
Yeah. It's been a lot. I know. I think you're right. And that is the key, Matt, that I think is really important is we're putting like effort into our content and stuff. And I know we do a little bit, like we do trash talking and stuff, but like I want to have good content, right? So sometimes I just like doing the fun trash talk stuff, but at the end of the day, you're right. They don't have anything to say. They have to stop talking football. And then what they do is they just insult because they don't have enough ammunition or facts to say, hey, what about this? What about this? You know what I mean? So, I mean, the insults make it sound like it makes your fan base look worse. It's like, oh yeah, well, F the Packers. It's like, really? That's all you got? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
No, really.
It's like, oh yeah, Jordan Love is mid. No, he's not, but okay. He's not mid. He's not. It's like,
No,
all
he's
right.
not.
Anyways.
I'm gonna tell you, I want to ask you about Jordan Love. All right, last year he was hurt, which nobody ever wants to talk about when they're analyzing like his play from last year. Whenever they're talking about his stats or his numbers and with this game or that game, nobody actually wants to talk about. He had 2 injuries. He was pretty much suffering through the whole year. But coming in injury free, obviously Watson's not going to be there. But like, how do you see Jordan Love playing this season? What are your expectations for Jordan Love?
Yeah, so his first season as a starter, he exceeded my expectations. I was very impressed. Did he make some mistakes sometimes? Of course. Like, there's no perfect quarterback. There literally is not a perfect quarterback. Joe Burrow had had the best season of his franchise career and still made mistakes last season. So you got to remember that. It's like nobody plays flawless. I mean, there's only been a couple quarterbacks that threw 50 touchdowns a season. That's insane. Peyton Manning, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. It's like a small window of people that have done that. Okay. But at the end of the day, Jordan Love, he's I don't know if he's going to get, like, is he the season 1 starter or is he somewhere in between last year and that numbers? Because now we have an incredible run game. And because of this run game, and I love Aaron Jones, and I loved having him, and I miss him. But man, Josh Jacobs is a better running back, and it's not disrespectful to say that. He is just unbelievable. And so you're just looking at that guy running, and they're like, you got to hand the ball off to that guy. Like, run the ball down their throat. So I went to the Seahawks game last year. I was in Seattle. I'm literally like 5 rows from the like I'm right beside the tunnel. I'm 5 rows from the field. Okay, I'm near the end zone, and I watched a drive where they just gave the ball to Josh Jacobs, and they just couldn't stop him, and then they threw it in. So I think that Jordan Love, it's not only going to be about stats. Like, people want stats because of fantasy football. Okay. I'm not putting Jordan Love as my starting quarterback for fantasy football. Not that I don't love him and I don't appreciate. With that run game, they're going to have a balanced attack. You just need to understand that. So go get a different quarterback and have Jordan Love as your backup, because if your quarterback gets hurt, Jordan Love's a great guy to step in. But that's the thing that you need to know. This is not fantasy football. We're talking about real life football, and Jordan Love has potential to do really well. He was, is he a top 5 quarterback in the NFL? I don't think so. But is he a top 10 quarterback? Absolutely has potential to be that. He definitely does.
Yeah, I don't need him to throw 45 touchdowns and like 6 interceptions or whatever. Like, I don't, like you said, that they have a running game. Play smart, play good, be a good leader, especially like with the young wide receivers that they got. I mean, they're growing up now, but if they got the new young quarterback, but like they got tight ends, they got running backs. Like this can be a balanced team. You don't have to, like, all those years with Rodgers was like, hey, go be Superman. Like, you don't want your quarterback to have to be Superman and go have to score 45 points a game because your defense isn't doing its job and really the running game isn't working, or they offensive line isn't doing their job. Whatever. You don't need your quarterback to be Superman. So to have like a balanced attack, have a guy who knows the offense, gets the ball where it needs to be, hand the ball off when it needs to, audible outright, make the right decisions, be like, what's that saying that they always use to like, a game manager, and like that's like an insult, which I don't think that is.
No,
I think like you use the tools you have. Excuse me. I think I just ate a fly. But like, yeah, you use what you have. Like, obviously, because I think even like Tom Brady, like, I think he's a sort of a game manager, and I don't mean that as like a diss or whatever. He's an ultimate leader. He knows where everyone's supposed to be. He holds them accountable. He manages the game. I mean, like Favre was like the slinger, wasn't a game manager. He was just slinging it out there. He might throw 4 touchdowns. He might throw 3 interceptions. But either way, he's throwing the ball the same amount of times. So, yeah. I mean, I that's what I think that they need from Jordan Love is just, be a good leader. They got other people on this team that can do it. Get the ball to the right people.
One of the videos I'm going to make this week is, and so I'll give you guys a little sneak peek to it, but like nobody's talking about us in a respectful way, in this way. So 2 years ago, we lost to who? Right? We crushed Dallas at their barn. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we lost to the 49ers by 3 points. Okay. The 49ers had been smoking us in the playoffs, right? That's just, they have been kicking our butts for so long. They're like, they're our kryptonite. And then with Jordan Love as first year starter, we lost by 3 points. We are winning with a minute 20 remaining. Okay. So we lost by 3 points. Nobody talks about that. You know what they talk about, man? They talk about the Detroit Lions lost by 3 points to the 49ers that year. So did we. So did we. And then this year, it's like, oh, you guys only played one game. You're one and done to the Eagles, who won the Super Bowl. So I know you got to beat the best to be the best. So obviously we were not the best team in the league those 2 years, but we're there and we're like battling with the real teams. So it's like, what our thing is we got to figure out a way to beat those teams in the playoffs. But it's like all the people are criticizing us. It's like, I'm so proud of how these guys fought. It's like we lost by 3 to the 49ers who went to the Super Bowl that year. We lost to the Eagles who won it. It's like, what are you guys? And it's like, oh, the Packers suck. It's like, what?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I'll show you teams that suck. You know what I mean?
I agree with that. I think the Packers are always, I feel like the Packers are always like a team that people want to kick down. But I'm gonna get to a few comments right here.
Sure.
We got one from Jesse. He says, who do you think will win the 2025 MVP at quarterbacks? I think it will be between Rodgers and Love. Will be fighting for MVP. I can see them both being fantastic this year. I don't know about MVP for like for either Love, one. Like for for either one. But like for the reason you said, I think the Packers are gonna be very heavy on the run. They're gonna be a balanced team. I don't think Jordan Love's gonna have gaudy numbers. I think he's gonna do his job. I think he's gonna be good. I expect him to be efficient, and I think his passing percentage and all that it's gonna be up there. But I don't think that they're not gonna be slinging the ball around, 30 times a game and just slinging it down the field. As far as Rodgers in Pittsburgh, I think that'll be interesting. He's got a top-notch wide receiver over there. I think that Pittsburgh's a good team. We'll see. Like he's getting older in age, and sometimes things just go. We watched Favre in his later years. It just went. I mean, he actually kind of got it back. He went to Minnesota and he had himself a good year. But at the end of Favre's career in Green Bay, maybe minus 2007, they kind of had a year there. I don't remember his stats exactly, but like you could see, like you could watch him, like he just can't do this thing that he used to do. Rodgers still seems to have it. He got hurt, but I think Rodgers will be good. I just don't know about MVP good. I think MVP is still going to be down to like Lamar, Patrick Mahomes, like that.
Josh Allen, probably.
Yeah, Josh Allen. That core of young guys.
That's a great point, Matt. So Aaron Rodgers goes to a run-heavy team. They don't need him to throw the ball 50 times a game. They just don't. They don't have the wide receivers for him to do that anyways. I'm still shocked they got rid of Pickens. I think if there's Pickens and Metcalf, then that'd be like, wow. You know what I mean? But not that their other guys are terrible. I'm just saying there's a different caliber of player there. So Rodgers goes to a run-heavy team. And it's like, I think if he's going to win anything, maybe he wins comeback player of the year or something. I don't know. Can you win it that way? Because he struggled last year a lot, right? So I don't know. Do you have to be an injury to win that one? I'm not sure.
I think so. It has to be something like that.
So last year he should have won it. Is that what you're trying to say? Because he blew out his leg. Okay.
Yeah, I think Rodgers is going to be good, though. I think he'll have a successful year. But yeah,
they haven't had a good quarterback in how long? Like it's been since Big Ben.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like no disrespect to like Mason Rudolph, but it's like that's not the best option to win games. Like he's a good backup, but you need a starting quarterback. So getting Aaron Rodgers made all the sense in the world for them, of course. But I'm with you. He's not MVP caliber at this age. But he might just do one of those Rodgers things like everyone's against me, the world's against. It's like the Michael Jordan making up stuff. and it's like all of a sudden he wins MVP or something like that.
I mean, I wouldn't be stunned because I think Rodgers is a guy that you shouldn't bet against ever. Like, I feel like when he is like kind of told that he ain't gonna do nothing and he's gonna be this and that's kind of put it back against the wall a little bit. He comes off firing, but like, dude, at some point age is a factor. Like, he ain't gonna be able to move around as much. I think he's obviously elite, smart wise. Like those older quarterbacks. I remember Favre talked about back in the day, about getting older, and they're like, hey, what, how is it harder? You're getting older, can't do what you used to be able to do. And he's like, it's all brain after you get to a certain amount of years. Because like he's like, I know what the defense is doing every single play. I just have to beat it. And sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. So I think Rodgers has that, but he ain't gonna be able to move around quite as much. We'll see, but I think he'll have a successful year because Rodgers is a good football player.
Oh, for sure, and will be in the Hall of Fame. Love Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I think he's great, but
yeah, we'll see about.
He's moved on.
Yeah, so all right, so let's get to this next one. Iowa Joe in the building says Matthew Golden is gonna be Offense Rookie of the Year. Book it. So what do you think, Mr. Rev Trev? Do you think? I mean, not even Offensive Rookie of the Year. You talk on that, but like, what do you expect from him? I feel like he's gonna get more passes thrown to him, like, and rookies, and Rodgers doesn't always like to throw to rookies. Jordan Love doesn't seem like he cares. He'll throw. I mean, he'll throw, I mean, he just played with a bunch of rookies, so like, I think he's used to it by now. But so what are your expectations from him this year?
Yeah, I'm going to temper my expectations a little bit there because I do think a guy like Dobbs and Reed are still going to be effective. I think Dontavian Wicks isn't going to drop every single pass like he did, not every single, but a lot of them. But what I'm really excited about Matthew Golden is not only his speed to go burn people over the top, but I think they're going to find ways to get him open, and he's going to have some moments of glory. And you're like, wow, like he's going to stand out. But consistency as a rookie wide receiver is tough. So I won't say he's going to have Rookie of the Year. He won't be that, but maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong about that. I hope he does win Rookie of the Year. It's really difficult to win it. He would have to get probably 12 touchdowns or 10 to 12 touchdowns to probably have a shot at Rookie of the Year. There's like, and you got to think of all the defensive players and everything as well. So I'm really excited to watch him. I want to see what he does. I think
he was saying offense. He was saying offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, offensive. Right. So offensive.
Yeah, still
that's going to be hard. It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
But maybe he's saying that because, like, if you think about McMillan, he ends up going to Carolina. He's not going to get that one there probably. I mean, unless he just like focuses on T-Mac. You just start looking at the other players. Maybe he. You know what? Now that it's just offensive, not just Rookie of the Year. He could be in the conversation. And I think that's what he said on the next one, that he's going to be in the conversation. Yeah. And so I'm with you. I think he could be in the conversation. But to be honest, it might be Cam Ward because the Titans quarterback went down. Will Levis went down. He looks like he's going to miss the whole season. It's Cam Ward's season at quarterback. He might be the guy that is like, okay, and they loved giving awards to quarterbacks. So
actually, yeah, you got a rookie quarterback. I think with Matthew Golden, I think he's going to get a good opportunity because, especially like last year with the drops, which I expect that to kind of go away. I expect those guys to start catching the ball, but I just feel like there's no one on this wide receiver group that's like that dude that's like, that's the man, right? So I feel like he's going to get his opportunities, but I don't know if he's going to get those many where he's like, leading a team in catches. If it starts off real good and him and Jordan Love click, like some wide receivers just do that. Like you see a team like a rookie like Justin Jefferson, I think his first year kind of popped off, and Chase kind of did, I think. But a lot of even the great wide receivers don't start off great. Like they, even if they don't stumble, they just don't get the targets. They kind of have to earn their way. But I think Matthew Golden's in a good situation where he'll get some opportunities. If he does succeed, he pops off. Him and Jordan Love start clicking. Who knows? Maybe awesome. He's at number one, like out the gate. But I don't really expect that. I expect him to earn his way. I think he's going to play good. But we'll see about the target, especially how much they throw the ball, and they're going to have a lot of people, they want to feed here. But I think the Packers wide receiver room, what it is, hot guy gets the ball. Like if you're catching the ball, you're getting open, you're getting the ball. Like you're the guy now. So, but yeah, we will see.
Yeah, no, and I'm really excited to watch this team this year. Like what the expectations are is, for me, it's like I think we should be expecting to make the playoffs.
Oh,
I think
definitely.
one of the things that you and I have been talking about on our channels is that, and most people are talking about now, is that our concerns are the pass rush. Like that's what I'm really like. What is the pass rush going to like? If that can be effective, this team can go deep and win a lot of games. They struggled last year. They were better than the year before, but they struggled last year, and we still made the playoffs. So I think that should be the expectation.
Yeah.
We should expect to make the playoffs, and we should expect to make some noise. Can we make it to the NFC championship game? Yes, we could with this roster. Will we? We'll see. Then if we can make the championship game, then we've got a shot to make the Super Bowl. So like this is where, I mean, we're there. We're there. It's just
because like you said, with Jordan Love being hurt, with the wide receivers drop situation, like pass rush was like either there or none at all last year. So like with all that going on, still making the playoffs, like clean that up, get the passing game going right. Use Josh Jacobs, like he's such a good running back. He's changes the game. And the defense, you got to fix that pass rush. You got to figure it out. Because if you're letting the other quarterback sit back there and just pick you apart, like it doesn't matter what you're doing. You got to get a pass rush. But if they can clean that up a little bit, especially on offense with the passing game, which I expect them to do, like just getting to the playoffs isn't enough. I believe this year is really important. I think this year, then just go win the Super Bowl and shut everyone up. You know what I mean?
That'd be fun.
That's what I would do. That's just me.
That's what you would do. No, I'm with you, man. I don't know why they just don't do that. I think they're just toying with everyone.
I think that's the thing, because this is the third year. Jordan Love, third year as a starter. What did Aaron Rodgers do his third year as a starter?
Yeah, and all we do is talk about the past, man. That's all we do.
Yeah. No, hey, that's just science, baby. We're doing science experiments over here.
The litmus test has been already discovered. Oh. Yeah, no, I think this is going to be a really entertaining year. I mean, every team, it all comes down to did they get injured? Like who got injured? If you can stay semi-healthy and play at a high level, you've got a shot. Because
a little bit of luck with that injury situation.
Well, look how frustrating. Again, going back to the Bengals, you have this offense that plays the way it does, and you don't even make the playoffs. And it's like, really, the defense got to show up. You know what I mean? And it's like, there's teams like that, that continually need to make a little step forward. All of a sudden they're good, So I understand why Bears fans are excited. I mean, it looks like they had another good draft, but we'll see. I've heard that a number of times, but like they had 3 wins 3 years ago. Then with Justin Fields, that they all wanted to get rid of, they had 7. So then they're like, we're going to go get Caleb Williams. I was like, cool. So they go get Caleb Williams, and they regress to 5. So it's like, okay, so are they going to jump to 8? Are they going to get 9? I don't think 9 gets you in the playoffs. I would think maybe at best they'll get 8.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, congrats, you moral support, like moral victory. I mean, it's like, okay, so I'm not really sure what to like. Where are you guys going to think of success here? And then Matt, everyone's like, oh, you're so obsessed with the Bears. They're in our division.
That's the thing with the obsessed. People talking about obsessed. Like if you're doing podcast content about a football team, you're not talking about the people and the teams in the division. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Like that that's half your schedule. But I want to get to this. We're gonna wrap this thing up soon. But Jesse has a question here. Said, not the teams in our division, but what teams are you worried about playing on our schedule? My team that I'm worried about is the Steelers game. Yeah, Rodgers old, but he knows our team in and out, and will know what we will do before the play happens. So what team do you think? And I do want to talk about that Steelers game, because that game is going to be interesting.
Totally. Totally. Well, other than our division, okay. So the Eagles Monday nighter,
Yeah,
that's
a
a big
problem.
game. I agree with him about that one as well. We play the Ravens on the 27th of December. That's going to be a monster game. And we play so many good teams. Like even the
Yeah,
Broncos, we're playing the Broncos, the Steelers, the Bengals. I think the Bengals will be better. We play the Commanders in week 2. Like it's going to be like every
yeah.
single
Pick a
NFC North
week,
team.
bro. Just pick a week, and that's gonna be a tough game.
Yeah. So in my opinion, out of the 8 home games, there's only one that would be quote unquote easy, and it's against Carolina Panthers. Everyone else is legitimately decent. I think that's why it's like it's must see TV. We're
Yeah.
going to be primetime games a lot, not just because of us, but because of the opponents we're playing. It's going to be great to watch.
Yeah, I think that the NFC this year is going to be good. They got playing against Aaron Rodgers will be interesting. I don't think it's the toughest one. If I had to pick one on the top of my head, the Ravens. I think the Ravens are tough. I think they're going to be tough too. I think they have a lot to prove because everyone talks about get to the playoffs, but they're like right there. That's gonna be tough. But Aaron Rodgers coming back to play. He's gonna know our team, but I think sometimes that too much is put into that. I've heard other players talk, or not other, because I'm not a player. I've heard players talk about that when they say, well, the player played there. Like, yeah, they have some insight, but like these coaches and their scouts and they're diving in, they know what your team's doing. Like they have people just dissecting you all during the off season. Like they're every week they're watching the film a week before and they're telling the coaches whatever. So I don't feel like it's a huge benefit to have a quarterback who's played for this team and knows the offense, but it's definitely I think there's something there. I just don't know that it's like that magnitude because they're professionals and they study it. So, but I think it's gonna be an interesting game. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be so much fun to watch.
It's gonna be like a historic game too because people still talk about Rodgers, Favre, and
Totally. So Matt, as you know, I'm flying in to come to watch a game, and I'm hoping that we can like actually meet in person, just for, like
yeah.
even for a couple minutes. But like, dude, it's gonna be so awesome. I'm planning on going to the Eagles Monday nighter. I can't wait. It's gonna be special. So I'm going to fly in to watch on Sunday. It's Baltimore at Minnesota, and then we're going to drive up to Green Bay to watch the Monday nighter. Okay, so
all right.
I'm going to walk into Minnesota with my Packers gear on, no doubt. I cannot wait to do that.
You should wear a body cam.
Yeah, I should actually.
got
but I won't be obnoxious or anything, but I'm like, that's my
yeah.
team. That's who I support. It's just, that's who it is. Right. So,
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that, but I'm looking for the Eagles game. It's going to be fantastic. Thank you for all the advice and help on where to sit and different things, but I'm so excited to go to a game this year.
Yeah, I'm going to my first away game this year. I'm going to the Giants game, going to New York this
Neat.
year. I'm going to stay there for about a week. Me and my friend Kevin travel around, check out all the stuff New York has to offer. And I was wondering that too. I was like, is it okay to walk around in my Packer stuff? Because like I saw like who are they playing? Like the in basketball, that dude wore like I forget what jersey it was at Detroit. I forget what one of the rivals of the Knicks. I'm not a big basketball guy. So but then he got like stuff thrown at him. So I was like, maybe I'll just wear my own merch. I don't think it's like the same energy because basketball, like I think he wore the jersey and they weren't even playing that team. I think that's what happened over there in the basketball thing. But either way, I was kind of wondering that same thing. I was like, I don't want to wear like I'll probably just wear my merch, keep it safe. Like,
well, you just don't be a jerk there.
I think mostly
you won't be. But like for me, I'm excited to go into the US Bank Stadium or whatever it's called. It's like I think that'll be great. A great atmosphere. It looks awesome in there. Like it's a fantastic stadium. And I just want to watch good football. I think that's going to be a good football game. So I'm not going to be belligerent. I'm not a drinker, so you don't have to worry about me drinking too much or anything at all like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go and watch and enjoy football. That's it.
Oh, I know, but I've heard some stories about Minnesota. Sometimes their fans can be d-bags over there. I don't think
Well,
overly crazy, but like I've heard stories of people like taking a hat and throwing it off and whatever.
yeah. Well,
Stupid
here's
stuff
the
like
thing
that.
about that is every single fan base has toxic fans, right? Has some weird fans.
Yeah.
It's just true. It doesn't matter what sport you're in, what league, doesn't matter. There's like, some fans there's some crazy people out there. So but I went and watched the Packers play New Orleans, and so it's like people were giving me the gears. We lost that game. It sucked.
Oh yeah, and there's nothing wrong with like getting the business a little bit. It's like some people take it too far. Mostly like, you know, Philly.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. Philly's
They get
pretty,
great. And I don't want to talk because I'm going to New Jersey and I feel like that's too close for me to start disrespecting. So I'm gonna shut my mouth. No, and I actually know Eagles fans. Like the ones I know, they're passionate. They're hardcore. Like I know some guys from New Jersey. And like they're all about it. And but they're not, douchebags about it. I mean, like you say, every fan base has like some guys that take it too far, especially like with like in the crowd stuff. I feel like some people like that crowd thing starts, people start making decisions they wouldn't normally make. I've been at Lambeau Field many times. I've never seen Packer fans go crazy bullying and trying to like beat down some dude. I'm not saying it doesn't happen because I don't see everything. I don't see much of it in front of me, let alone the whole stadium. So like, not like I'm the compass of everything, but like all the times I've been there, I've never seen anything like crazy pop off.
Well, I was in Seattle in the upper deck, and they were playing the Bengals years ago. I mean, like we're talking decades ago. And because like Sean Alexander played back in those days. That's how long ago it was. Okay.
How old are you?
Oh, I think you and I are very similar in age, just so you know. So,
I thought you
anyways,
were younger.
so he, my middle name is Moses. No, I'm joking. So, anyways, a Dallas Cowboys fan was just in a Dallas Cowboys t-shirt. That's it. Walking up with a couple of beers, and people started yelling at him, and he kind of like, whatever. And like, he wasn't rude. People started throwing food at him. And I'm like, what's going on? It was so weird. And I'm like, this is Seattle.
Yeah, that's
it's not even like Dallas isn't even playing right now. Like it's like the Bengals.
I think that the hatred for the Cowboys is universal.
That's true.
When they talk about American team, that's what they mean.
Right, man? It's probably risky for me to do that in Minnesota, but
no, I don't think anything crazy will happen. Like people, like I say, I don't have a problem with like fans saying that you walk by and booing you. You're wearing the wrong jersey. There's nothing wrong with that. But like when you just don't touch people, you know what I mean? Just don't put your hands on them. And I think that's where the line is because it's a sport. It's fun. I mean, I remember like when I went to a Packer game, we were playing the Broncos. Some guy was dressed all in his Bronco gear. He had like furry hair and he had like this whole thing on, and he got hit with like a piece of food, and he turned around like he was ready to go. And I'm like, dude, no one threw that at you. That just got thrown. Like, you're good. And he's like, oh, okay. And then we started talking to him. I actually bought him a beer because I was buying by the concession stand. Because like when I'm at Lambeau Field, like I don't want people to think they were dicks. Like, no, we're not. And like, and I don't think anyone was throwing anything at him. I think someone, stuff flies around at a game inside the stands or whatever. But either that, they had really good aim. But he was cool. But yeah, I love hanging out. Like the Packers lost to the 49ers in the playoffs. I was hanging out with the 49ers fan like most of that game. And the end, he almost got killed by his own people. But it was he was cool. Like I just because you root for the other team, doesn't mean that you can't have fun with them.
Exactly. We all love football.
Yeah. You just root for the other team. I mean, yeah, give them the business a little bit, but keep it sensible. You know what I mean?
And like when I go to the Eagles game, I'm not gonna like cause problems with the Eagles fans.
Oh yeah,
like hey, good on you for going into enemy territory and supporting your team. Well done.
Yeah. So I want to give a shout out because you got you're on YouTube, you're on the Tweet Machine X. You're on Facebook. Everyone should check out Rev Trev NFL. Is that where you are everywhere?
Yeah, I'm everywhere. I'm on TikTok as well. Yeah, if you want passionate, realistic, honest Packers content, come follow me. By the way, can I give just a little thing? I think everyone here is probably already following you, but if you're not following Matt Ramage, I don't know what's wrong with you. But please follow Matt Ramage on all his stuff. I follow him on everywhere. I love his content. But if you could just do one thing, if you want to get, I've got pinned on my X channel, okay, is just this graphic that I've made. So all your friends from the NFC North that say, "Oh my gosh, we won this," and we swept you guys. Just take that little graphic, show them it. You can save it onto your phone. You can repost it on your channel, on your one. It is the best trash talk. It shows how the Packers are the kings of the North, and it's so good. You just got just check out the graphic. That's all I'm asking you to do. So
there you go. Yeah, dude, you gotta let them know. You've been giving them the business this season. I took like the off season off a little bit. Yeah. I've been doing some other stuff. I've been doing those eye videos.
Grinding, man.
No, but like during the off season, sometimes I just get drained out. Like I was just like, all right, let me do some other stuff. And but now it's training camps here. We're gonna get after it. I'm gonna be down at training camp for people who don't know. I got my microphone. I got this. I got a couple mics. I got one right here. I'm gonna be down there interviewing folks.
Sweet.
It's got hair all over this thing, but I will clean it up before I put it near your mouth, people. I have a cat down here. You know what I mean? So like cat lays on stuff. I'll have the duct tape out there kind of get the hair out. But I got two of them. I'm actually going to try to do a podcast down there, find some people and just talk Packers and whatnot, and get some content. So it's going to be good. On to training camp. It's going to be fun.
And
we're going to wrap this thing up. What's
Matt,
that?
By the way, Matt, that quick trip stuff that you're bringing, like that, all that stuff, I've never been to Quick Trip in my life. And the reason why I'm going is because of Matt Ramage.
There we go.
Guys, for using Matt as a sponsor, because I'm telling you, I'm going because of Matt. So
there you go. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. No, and you won't regret it. You won't regret that either. We're going to wrap this thing up because I have to urinate quite badly and had to for quite some time.
Hey,
but I appreciate
you like
everyone.
Dumb and Dumber. Here's the bottle.
Just imagine and you see my face. I'm like, what do you think about the Packers? No, but big shout to Quick Trip, big shout to Nikolai Law. Appreciate everyone who's watching live. But if you're not subscribed to the podcast, check out the Matt Ramage Show everywhere that you listen to podcasts. And be sure to check out Rev Trev. Go to his Twitter, go to his Facebook, go to his TikTok. He's all over the place. You know what I mean? He's like never mind, I won't finish that sentence.
I'm just passionate about the Packers. That's it.
No, I appreciate you. I think you're a fantastic fan. You do a good job on your content. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
We're gonna wrap this up. Go Pack, go baby!
Go Pack, go.
Yo, welcome to the Ramage Show. Midwest vibes, let your spirit flow. Package pride, hear the anthem loud. Fans still suck when the grind go wild.
I'm gonna put this on Apple Music.